On this week's episode, holy crap, the world's going crazy. Can you believe all the stuff that's happened? Oh, say, can you see? And that's better than what you heard at the Allstar break.
Yes. And this is from a professional that says she got drunk.
Yeah, she's in rehab now. Good for her. And then over my shoulder right there.
Is that a boulder holder?
That's in rehab. That's Biden. He was in Las Vegas, and now he's nowhere.
Well, that's not true. He's still at the White House.
Maybe in the hospital.
Yeah, it could be.
But I don't know. You better watch the show and figure out.
And we find out some really weird stuff about Coca-Cola, too.
Yeah. So find out what the hell we're talking about. Watch the show. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. This is a show that's hosted by a robot and a human. I'm the robot. I'm Steve.
And I'm the human. I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, podcast, and a live Twitch stream.
Yep. We're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today.
Yes, but before we get to that, we'd appreciate it if you would go down there, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to share. That's the most important thing.
Tell people, share. But subscribing does not cost money.
And nothing. Absolutely not a penny.
It just helps get us out to more people. So,
and not only that, by taking the time to use your finger and your thumb to move the mouse around and hit the little subscribe button, you can burn 2 calories.
I don't think so.
Go with it, Steve. Go with it.
I don't think so. So we're going to talk about what we noticed is going on in the world today, and it has been a hell of a week.
Hey, just because it's hot as hell there doesn't mean it's hell of a week.
Coming up on the week that happened, Trump getting shot last week. This is me in Las Vegas, and that is, I think he's in this car. It looks like he's right. I can't really make out. I was going to get out and wave, but I figured I'd get shot. Got out of my car and waved. I was the first car in line there. I figured they would take me down. But that's President Joe Biden when he made his trip to Las Vegas, and we gave him COVID. And
it was nice, you guys.
And caused him to drop out of the race. So, did you know that?
No. We saw the news yesterday, and he wasn't doing that yet.
On a Sunday, he dropped out of the race, and they're saying that Kamala Harris will be the replacement nominee. But yeah, so it was crazy though, because of all the heightened security and everything. They were walking down the street before this came by. They were checking. There's a sign across the street. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's right.
Yeah, the car's blocking the. Yeah,
right up here in the corner, but it's close to the street. They got out. They tapped on it. They looked at it, make sure there were loose panels. There was a mailbox. They opened up the mailbox door, took the dog, bomb-sniffing dog around it. They stopped the bus. They parked the Secret Service vehicle in front of the bus on a diagonal and behind the bus on a diagonal. And then 2 agents got on the bus with the people that were riding the bus, and the bus couldn't move up and down the street while they were going up. This is Westlake Mead, right by Martin Luther King Drive. He was going to a grocery store right in the corner there. But then he came back, got diagnosed with COVID, and has taken, they're saying he's taken 8 as of today, 8 shots of the Paxlovid, which is supposed to be the COVID medicine. 8. That's a lot. That's 2 a day.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, at his age, they don't want him to kick the bucket.
Well, he kicked something because he's no longer apparently. I mean, the news is covering and everything today that he is no longer the candidate, the Democratic candidate for president. Not crazy?
Maybe that's why it's so quiet around here.
But I don't know if I'm skipping. Yeah, I'm going to skip subjects, but we'll come back to that and we'll talk about it later.
We have subjects. We haven't even talked about the picture behind me.
I know we got to talk about the picture behind you, but I was wondering if it would be just tie in. But we'll talk. Yeah, because we'll talk about when we get to number 3. We'll talk about your new toy.
Okay.
So go ahead. What's behind you?
Well, I've taken
pictures. Snow on the building.
It's just the roof.
Yes.
It's
you're on
reflect. It was the time of day this was. The sun was not set yet, but it was slightly cloudy, so it was
Is that the sun
reflecting.
behind you?
That is the moon. It's supposed to be a
Ah.
full moon, and you probably saw my post yesterday about
didn't.
taking pictures. You did not.
I didn't. I've been off social media, not paying attention just because of all the it's craziness right now.
It is. But anyway, one of the things that just drives me crazy is we've got similar phones. And yet when you take a picture of the moon, it looks like the moon. This looks like a flashlight in the sky.
Well, that's what it looks like to me too. You got to zoom way in. You
I
gotta
had
get
it
to a
all
micro
max zoom. That was
That's
max zoom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mine zooms in better than that.
So
Mine
I just
zooms
don't
in way
understand
further
it.
than that. But yeah.
So, but I took pictures of parachuters.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't comment
Yeah.
on it. No problem.
And that was at max. And you could, I just
What were
don't
they
get
coming
it.
in for?
I did a wedding in East Troy, and I had like an hour and 15 minutes of downtime during the
And
ceremony.
for those who don't know where East Troy is, it is east of West Troy.
There is no such thing as West Troy, but there is Troy.
So it's east of that.
Yes, it's east of Troy, and it really is east of Troy. And East
And
Troy,
where is Troy?
Troy was first, but East Troy is huge, and compared to Troy, Troy is like
Is Troy where the Romans
four
brought the,
churches
Trojan
and no
horse?
bars.
Is that where they brought the Trojan horse?
No, close. That's something different. But anyway,
Isn't that Helena Troy?
East Troy is where Alpine Valley is, where the music. We talk about that a lot because that's where I do concerts with buses, and that's basically between Beloit and Milwaukee on I-43.
Where's Beloit?
Beloit is just north of Rockford on I-90.
Where's Rockford?
Rockford is it's quite a ways west of Chicago.
Ah, there we go. Now we got to
off of I-90.
So if we go north from Chicago up the Lake Michigan shore, we get to Milwaukee when we get to the Wisconsin border. Then if we go west of that, we would get to Troy.
Yeah.
And then east of that, we'd get to East Troy.
East Troy, correct. And if
Isn't
you
that
keep
much
going
faster?
east, you get to Delavan. And then
Oh, so
You
you're east of East Troy?
No, west of East Troy.
You said if you keep going east, you get to Delavan.
I said if you keep going from East Troy,
East.
you get to Delavan. I said East Troy.
Yeah. So you're east of East Troy.
No, we're west of East Troy. And so is
Well,
Beloit.
how can you get to Delavan by going east from East Troy?
That's not how I said it, Steve.
That is how you said it. Play it
It
back.
is not.
Play it back. Play it back.
Well, you can't do it while we're in the show.
Play it back. Play it back.
I said if you keep going, east from East Troy, see?
Keep going east from East Troy. Is that what you just said?
And now you made me say it. If you
Is that what
keep
you just
going past East, from East, that's what I said. If you keep going past
No, you
East
did.
Troy,
You said
get to
east. If you wouldn't have said
The
east.
second time I did it, yeah.
No,
It's
the
your
first
fault.
time you did too.
You confused me, Steve.
If you wouldn't have said it the first time. Can't get to east. If you
I
would
have dementia
west
now. I
from East
have
Troy
Steve-induced
and go
dementia.
through Troy, then you would end up in Delavan.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
one of our new followers was on the bus this weekend.
Nice.
Yes, and they watched the show, and they said they
said
can't be here this
robot's
weekend, but
stupid.
they'll be here next weekend. And then I remember next weekend Sunday is the Fish concert.
Nice.
Yeah, so I won't be here next Sunday.
Yeah. You didn't tell them.
No,
So you got
I
to put up a
forgot.
sign. You got to put up a post.
Yeah,
Gone fishing.
yeah, gone fishing. Yeah,
That's what you should put up.
so yep.
We can record a little quick thing here. Gone fishing. Scouts at the East Troy.
What a
Well,
concept.
Yeah. But
All right, so what do we have for our first official subject?
So you never really told me what the picture was behind you beside the moon. And
It's the full moon behind. Oh, this is Pier 290, which we talked about before. I take people there, and I
that
took
a
a
pub?
birthday party group there.
Is
That's
that a
that's
pub
the.
or a hall?
It's a restaurant, a boat sales dealership, boat building. They actually build boats. It's part of Gage
Nice.
Marine,
Wow.
so they have food, live music,
And where's that?
bar. Williams Bay.
All right. So where's Williams Bay at?
It's on Geneva Lake.
People don't know the area. Come on,
Sure,
geography
they
is
do.
worse than
Everybody who watches our show knows how to use Google.
No,
Yes, they do.
I don't want you to go to Google right now. Stay, watch our show.
Yeah, stay and watch the show.
Subscribe where it is. Scott
Well,
watches
see,
the-
what you're missing out is they're actually listening to the show because unless we're showing pictures, they're just seeing
I'm
two
not missing
headstocks.
anything.
So
I'm
they
not
could actually
missing-
use
I'm
their
not
Google
missing
while we're
anything.
doing this.
Yeah, because we'll do little cut-ins. Right now
No.
there'll be a cut-in of a guy going.
And then, na, 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 na.
Yeah. So cool.
Hey,
Hey,
goodbye.
what? So we have a new candidate. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Pretty funny.
It's not funny.
This just shows how screwed up the politics are. All politics. No matter
it's-
what side you're on, you got to admit that it's screwed up.
Everything's screwed up. I
Whatever you
100% concur with that.
Whatever you believe in, it's screwed up. I'm surprised they didn't make George Clooney the candidate.
They wanted to. A lot of people wanted him to, and he says there's no freaking way in hell he's going to do that. First of all, it's a thankless job.
He's not Ronald Reagan. I'm not Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
crazy.
yep, it's all your fault.
So did you see what else happened? Did you get affected by CrowdStrike?
No,
No, you didn't have any airport runs or anything?
no.
So
Needle pulling thread. And did that affect all of them, or was that?
well, it affected enough of the airports that
Did it screwed up everybody? Yeah.
it screwed up everybody, or enough of the airlines that screwed up the airport. So they have this thing here of planes time lapse. Where is it? Here we go. The post on here. So watch. You ready?
Sure.
Look at all the planes in the air. Come on. Wasn't me. What? Not gonna let me show. Oh man.
Because you're on Instagram. Why are
I
you on Instagram?
thought it was. There we go. I don't know why it did that. That was weird. But look, it's like someone turned the light on, and all the cockroaches disappeared.
There you go.
But yeah, so that's from what was it called?
I don't know. Your show, your story. Oh.
What?
I
Who's
said,
calling?
I don't know. It's your story.
Who's calling? CrowdStrike. So yeah, so and you want to hear the worst part about it is,
Yes, I do.
you know what the fix was?
Plugging it in.
Well, no, that was what caused it. So it's part of the security that they downloaded as part of an update, right? Which is why I never download updates automatically. But this was part of the cloud update. So
Okay.
if you're on the cloud, it just updated automatically. Way to check it first, guys. You went in and they showed you the path to go to, and you went to that directory and you deleted the file. And then you rebooted and you were fine. Here's the problem. It blue screened the computers. So you had to
Right.
boot in safe mode and then go to this place and direct. But some people were saying it was taking upwards of 15 times to reboot to try and get to safe mode. Now, this is where if you got like a little Linux disk or a Linux flash drive, and you can boot from that and you can go into
Right.
the direct, delete the thing, you're back up in like 2 seconds. But the problem is if the computer is blue screened, that means an IT guy has got to walk to every computer
Yep.
and in front of the computer. You
Because
can't
I have a
remember-
similar problem with Susie's computer. All of a sudden, it crashed. When I rebooted it, it went to a blue screen and it says, choose your keyboard or your mouse or your mouse. But you can't, because no matter what you do, you can't change anything. The cursor stays in one spot. You cannot move it.
You can. You got to know the keyboard commands to move it. There's key. Well, it doesn't move, but you got to know like the keyboard commands. There's like Alt, and then certain keys will trigger different things.
I
So-
tried looking it up, and Google failed me on that because
Should've-
I tried to
should've
find it.
Should have called me again. That's twice, where I could have got you out of Dutch in like 2 seconds. And
Maybe.
you failed to call me.
I don't know how well you do when you're sleeping, though.
I do really well. I wake up and I tell you what to do, and I tell you to F off and then go back to bed.
Oh, see, because I can't hear the phone when I'm sleeping unless they call the emergency line.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't. I have it to where if it's on Do Not Disturb, you got to call back 3 times, then it'll ring through. And I also have certain people that they will automatically ring through. And I don't know if you're on that list or not.
Ah,
Well, there's a way to create a Do Not Disturb, and then it's really simple to override. You star those people, and then the people you star will their phone will ring through. But if
that
not, you
makes
just call
sense.
back just call back 3 times, and then it'll put you through. But at that point, it figures it's an emergency.
Okay, well, calling back
Oh,
3 times is different than knocking 3 times.
Now
So.
you just learned something else.
Yes.
Don't know show saved you again.
Yay.
So apparently, from what you told me before the show started, though, I want to know if you were marked safe from Amazon Prime days.
I was marked safe.
Yes. Amazon's getting okay. So you know how people mark themselves safe on Facebook? And it's gotten to the point where people mark themselves safe from stupid things.
Okay. No,
Not
never paid
just-
attention. I've never even seen that on Facebook.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
God. Well, it's a thing.
Okay.
So that's why the joke's not funny, but there. So, but I'm not marked safe. But it was tough at work. I don't want to talk about work, but we'll talk about this. We got slammed with orders.
Ooh.
So that's a good thing.
Yes.
But yeah, we barely made it through. And CrowdStrike did not help us with UPS and FedEx having challenges.
Oh, yes.
So that
Yeah, we actually watched an episode about how UPS and FedEx grew because of their creating their own airlines.
Yep. Their own airline. But yeah, so stuff got delayed and they were put out notices and stuff like that, but that doesn't matter. We still get dinged for it. But Amazon's getting reamed right now on social media.
Yes.
Why?
Because they have stuff on their Prime Day specials that are not really specials.
Right. The price, as a matter of fact, there a lot of people this year were actually posting, here's what I paid for it, and here's the price today. And it's $3 cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the hell is that crap? So yeah, and there were quite a few. I saw at least 36 posts like that. The different people.
It's
So
the
that was
same
crazy.
with the outlet malls and the places like Dresses
Right,
for
they're
Less
not
and stuff like
outlets
that.
anymore.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
have their own. It's a different name, but it's the same thing.
Well, no,
Some
but
of the
I'm just saying
stuff is
they're
good
supposed to be
deals.
outlet malls. No, you're right. They're supposed to be outlet malls,
Yeah.
but they're
So,
not.
some of the deals are really good deals, but a lot of deals are not deals. They're the same prices in the retail
Yeah,
store.
like the Nike outlet stores, they used to have the big wall on the back, which is really shrunk. And they were
Yes.
like, it was hit or miss. There'd only be like maybe 10 pairs of the shoe, and it might not be in your size.
Yes.
If it was in your size, great. You went and got it. You got it at a sale price. You got it at a deal. But yeah, no, not anymore. Now it's all retail pricing. So it kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Yep.
But I always look at stuff ahead of time. If I'm going to get something, if I'm looking for something on Prime Day, I look at the price ahead of time to see if it really did go on sale. But I heard you did
Yes.
buy something for Prime Day and did get a deal.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was $198 off.
Well, probably not.
Yeah. Well,
What's the price today? That's what it was really off. Right.
that's true. I didn't look at it today.
Yeah. So you probably got like $25 off. But they do a pretty good job on some of the stuff. Like there really are deals. Like the Fire TVs and the Fire Sticks. Those did come down about $5-10. So those are okay.
Well, this
but
is a smart
what-
TV, so
But now, did you buy does it have Amazon? Is it an Amazon Fire smart TV? Does it already have Amazon Prime on it?
Yes.
Okay. So I already
And
have
I
that.
realized you kept saying OLED, and this was not the OLED. This was the QLED, which is in between the
Oh,
OLED
okay.
and
That's why it
the
was so
regular.
cheap. So I'm gonna
Right.
say, if you got an OLED for under $500, that's amazing.
Yes. No, this,
So
I
it's a
just realized that I had
QLED.
to think about it because when I was doing the research, that was the difference. The
Yeah,
Qs are the top line of the normal LEDs, and then
right.
you go to the O's.
Yeah, OLED. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
but they had
You're in the
I could have
thousands of
gotten it.
dollars.
I could have gotten a 55-inch TV for $200 if I went to the lower end, but I wanted better stuff. But I wasn't going to spend $1,000.
No, no point in it.
So, but
So
wow, it is
cool.
vibrant. It's like bingo, we have color.
So what was wrong
No,
with your old TV?
well, first of all, we had for over a year and a half now, maybe even 2 years, we've had a couple like an area slightly bigger than the palm of your hand there, and another one here that was, I'm going to call it cloudy. In other words, you know,
Did
you
the cats
really,
bounce off the TV?
well, they couldn't do that because it was in the wrong spot. If they did that, it would have fallen. But
No, I don't know. Sometimes that's what happens though, is they get hit.
yeah,
Is
so
there a
no, it's
heat?
just
Is there a heating up by there? A
no,
furnace or
no,
something?
nothing. It's in a good spot for what we do, but
Okay.
not sure what caused it, but it was gradually getting worse. So I'm thinking it was an age thing.
Are you going to bring it up and connect it to your computer as a big monitor?
Well, that's not why we replaced it. That's why we were thinking about replacing it for a long time now, and I kept doing research. And then 2 weeks ago, we're watching a movie together. 20 minutes before the movie end, the TV just shut off. Poof. And no matter what we did, it wouldn't come back on.
Overheated. Oh, it's been down for 2 weeks?
No, 2 weeks ago is when this happened.
Oh.
Okay. I'm saying this wrong.
You said it, you couldn't get it to come
Yeah.
back on. So I keyed on that.
Right. 2 weeks is when it happened. And then we had to wait for Prime. Then I ordered from Prime and it took a week. Well, it came today and I
So
ordered
you
on
had a
Tuesday.
TV for 3 weeks.
Well, 2.5 weeks.
So it never came back, is what you're saying.
Right. We have TVs in other rooms. So that's what we went to
So it's
other
not
room.
that TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So it was
How'd
kind of
you
interesting.
survive? No wonder why you didn't know Donald Trump got shot.
Yeah,
you
no.
didn't know that Biden was here in Las Vegas, and I went to wave at him, but I didn't want to get shot, so I just sat in my car. It was nice.
Yeah.
And that he got COVID, and then he dropped out of the race.
So, yep, didn't know any of that. I knew about the COVID because that happened a week ago.
No, it happened this week.
I remember watching the news on Monday and he already had COVID.
When was Biden in Las Vegas?
See, that's why it's a don't know show.
When was Biden in Las Vegas? All right. 4 days ago is when he got tested positive. So 4 days ago was not Monday.
Monday. That's what you should have put down there is when was he diagnosed with COVID?
President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID while campaigning in Las Vegas. Mild symptoms. When was this? Where's the byline on this?
It's too small for me to read on my end.
I'm trying to find if it's here. Well, if I go back to the search, AP 4 days ago. 4 days ago.
4
days ago.
So it must have been Wednesday.
4 days. Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 5 days ago. Oh, July 7th. No, that's Biden travel to Texas.
Anyway, it's irrelevant. So let's go to the next subject.
Date. 17th. When was the 17th?
17th was Wednesday.
Wednesday. There you go. Okay. So Wednesday. Yeah, he was here Wednesday. So he visited Lindo Mexicano and Lindo Mexicano gets its name mentioned, but it says Las Vegas grocery store. wasn't a Las Vegas grocery store.
It wasn't?
It was Marco's grocery store.
Marcos.
Steve Hirschford was there.
Okay.
Here, let me.
Is that where
Actually,
you got it from?
Marco's West Side. Marco's West Side. See, Marco's West Side Market. Marco's
It's
West Side-
Mario's.
or Mario's. Mario's West Side Market. And
Yeah,
I was
Marco's
right.
is a pizza place.
I was right there. Right there.
So you gave it to him. It's your fault.
There's a picture right there. Yeah, I'm taking credit. When on my dying bed, it's going to be that this is the guy who gave Biden COVID. No, COVID's running rampant out here again.
It's yeah, wrong time of year for it, which is weird.
No, it isn't. This is the time it always starts to. It's some kind of flu during this time. Your summer
Yep.
flu. So it's not the wrong time.
It's the wrong time. Nobody wants to be sick in the summer.
All right. So you survived Prime days.
Yep.
So I got a question to ask you.
I have another answer.
Can we predict the future?
Yes.
Then how do we predict the future? Are we time travelers?
No.
Are we in a simulation?
Maybe.
Okay. You know about all the Simpsons predictions, right?
Yes. We've
You know,
talked
they-
about that.
Trump getting shot, right?
I don't remember that one.
But did you know that Star Trek predicted the future?
Well, they Star Trek since the beginning has been predicting the future.
Do you remember the movie where they went back to save the whales?
Yes.
Do you remember what movie that was?
I believe it was number 2.
I think so also. What did it say here? Star Trek IV. So this
That's
is the
4.
intravenous one. The Voyage Home. Crew members of the SS Enterprise, Mr. Scott and Dr. McCoy, which is one of my favorite scenes, is where he walks into the lab and he goes, "Hello, computer." And he doesn't do anything. Then he goes like this. He goes, "Hello, computer." I'm like, so then he starts typing on the computer. He needed something lightweight to create a tank inside the Enterprise.
Oh,
Do you
Scotty.
remember-
Yes. That was Scotty that did that.
Oh, did I say McCoy?
It wasn't Bones. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Scotty.
Yes.
And so do you remember what he made?
He traded off information for
Yeah, what did he
was
make?
it? Velcro
Well,
or something?
No, it wasn't.
God, what was it?
How? Okay. It was to help.
That's right. The thinner plastic, plexiglass or whatever that would hold like steel would.
Well, if it's steel, what do you think it is?
Oh, that's right. It was transparent
was-
steel,
Transparent aluminum.
aluminum, aluminium.
And guess what is now a real thing?
They made it all because of the show.
Or they just made it. Check it out. That's transparent aluminum you're looking at.
Pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
So that means you could bang on it with a hammer and it won't shatter.
Right. It won't shatter. They're shooting at it with bullets and everything. Yeah. See, there it is typing in front
Yeah,
really fast. With one finger.
with one finger. Yeah.
He's like, look. Now he's using both hands. But yeah. He's like, wait, that could work. And there it is. Transparent aluminum. Oh, look. It works. Transparent aluminum. Right there on the screen.
Yep.
So there it is. There's transparent aluminum. It's a powder, and it's also 1/6 the size. Look at that.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
But that's aluminum. It doesn't come out. It's powder first, and they put oxygen, nitrogen in it, and they press it, and then they got to polish it. So see, it comes out like that little block there.
Right.
Then they got to polish it so you can see through it. But still, there's the final product. That's pretty cool.
It really is.
And they've got to heat it at 2,000 degrees for several days before they can use it.
Right.
There it is.
That would make
And look,
sense.
they're trying to break it. Look at that. Look at that. Bang. Isn't that cool? Watch this.
Also known as Elan.
Look at that. I mean, it didn't go through, but it did definitely shatter it. But that was pretty
Yep.
impressive. Yeah.
That is pretty damn impressive.
So look at that. So I'm beginning to wonder if it's simulation or time travel.
Yeah. Damn good question, right?
Because how did they know? How?
I'm still going with my original thing, how so many things were seen by young kids when they were beginning nerds, seeing Star Trek. They decide, hey, this would be so cool, we should try to do this. And they do.
Yeah, it's just super impressive. I mean,
I like it.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So do we need to go halftime at this point? I think we do.
Oh, it is that time. Holy schmoly, time flies when you're having fun.
And I did the genuine positivity message because I was so enamored to find out whether we are a chromancer, a chrome. Damn it! I knew I'd say it wrong.
How about Chronomancer?
Chronomancer, yeah,
Or Chronometer? Yeah,
Chronom,
Chromo. No, it's Chronomancer. Chronometer.
How do you say it? Chronomaster.
Chronomancer.
Chronomancer.
There you go.
Because I wanted to say time traveler in a cool way that nobody's used before.
There you go.
So I said chronograph, and then what is a person who does things like a wizard? It's a mancer, right?
Yeah.
So I found the word chronomancer. It's a real word too.
I was gonna say, did you make up a word?
I didn't make it up. No, but I was looking for
word.
it and I found it, like that. So it's cool.
All right, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is time for the one and only Steve Allen with his genuine positivity message.
And I tried to make this as good as I could and kind of make it so you would like it. Kind of like a League of Legend 2 where you do your invisibility chant wearing your cloak, right? So if you have a cloak in invisibility, you have a chronomancer's cloak, right?
Okay.
So fellow traveler, wear your chronomancer's cloak proudly. The universe unfolds before you, and every second is a cosmic invitation to explore, dream, and make history. And if you think about it, we are all time travelers because we started off
at one point in time, and we continue forward.
Yeah, and we didn't have computers and we didn't have digital cameras. Like if you were born after 2000, you don't even know we didn't have digital cameras.
Right.
So that's kind of crazy.
Well, that's not necessarily true because even after 2000, Polaroids still exist. No,
but you would just always thought. That's not what I said.
I understand it. Right. Digital versus.
I didn't say we didn't have film. I said you didn't know we didn't have, because as an infant, you wouldn't be able to put it together.
Right.
By the time you got old enough, cameras were just always around.
Yes. It's kind of like, if you think about it, the people who grew up with the very first automobiles, they were not called automobiles. If I recall correctly, one of the first vehicles was called the velocipede.
Oh, I thought it was a horseless carriage.
Well, that was how they talked about them, but the name was a velocipede.
Ah. Cool.
Cool beans.
So
don't ask me why I knew that.
since Scott didn't have TV.
I know, it was sad.
I know you didn't watch the Allstar game.
Did not. Didn't even know it was on.
Did they take it down?
Although I do know that after we talked about the Olympics last week, Susie told me to make sure I record all the certain parts of it for her.
What?
She wants to see the synchronized swimming stuff.
Oh, for the Olympics coming up?
Yes.
Did they really take it down? They took down a video I had.
Oh, I hate it when they
I
do that
wanted you
to
to
you,
hear
Steve.
this singing. Let me see if I could find
Oh,
this.
that's what I did for a week, Steve. I
You
watched
sang?
reels on my phone. I was impressed with how good some of that stuff was.
All right, let's see if this will play it here. Let me see if I can find it. That's such a bummer. I had the. Where's my share? Here we go.
We're looking forward to this, Steve.
That you singing right there? Sound like you.
That ain't me. That ain't me. Well, trending this morning, this interesting rendition of the national anthem. That is Ingrid Andress singing at the Home Run Derby.
She's legit, dude. She's like Grammy nominated singer. And the reactions from the people's faces and stuff like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
This was live. And she was so bad. Came out afterwards. She said, "I'm sorry. I was drunk off my ass. I'm going."
Yeah, no kidding.
But that's how it sounded. That funny? And like every station, they're all just like, "What?"
You know, they say all. What? How does it get? Damn it! I got it on the top of my head here. All media is good media, or no? What is it when something happens and the spin is, even though it was bad, you still got promotion out of it? There's a saying. It's something like, "There's no such thing as bad media," or that's not right either. But
you took me down the path. Now I can't even think of what it is.
We both know what we're talking about because we heard it in the past many times.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
That's it. Right.
I just had to get out of your head for a second.
Yep, thank you, because you were taking up way too much room.
Yep. Well, there's no room in there.
Well, fortunately, I'm wearing earplugs, so you didn't push any of my stuff out.
Loaded with rocks.
Pop rocks. Yeah.
I found. Oh, well, great segue.
Ooh.
Pop rocks. So the FDA, or who is it? Somebody's getting on companies. The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC.
Okay.
Is getting
Any
on
press
companies.
is good press. Yeah, that was the original. Yep.
Right?
Yep. Thanks, Jeannie.
So, want some Skittles?
New medicated Skittles gummies. Why not?
But look at the bag. They're like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Check out this one.
Are you over 19? Yes.
Look at these.
Liddy cat?
Yeah.
Liddy cat?
Yeah,
I get it. Okay. You got to remember, I was never in that scene, so I missed it.
This one.
The peanut.
THC. THC is the.
THC peanut butter cups. Okay.
Yeah, this is like regular peanut butter. Mr. Big 420, right? Mr. Big bars.
Yeah.
That one, just a regular chocolate bar. So Miss Wonka. Carb Milk THC chocolate bar. Crisp 420. Hirsch 420. Cookies and cream. At least that one. No one looks like. Or
yeah, it's funny that you brought this up because on one of the trips that I did,
trips? Did you get Trips Ahoy?
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, good timing on that, right?
Yeah, that's why I was like perfect.
One of the people was mentioning how they had never taken edibles before, and they ate it. They said this tastes really good. Oh, it was about a brownie.
Right.
Apparently, you don't eat the whole brownie.
No, you don't eat the whole brownie. That's the ball.
Right.
I remember I told you that we did the one routine
Yeah, but somebody
comedian
actually
done that?
did it. They says I ate the whole brownie, and I'll never do that again because I was
No.
screwed up for 2 days.
Well, they give you a whole brownie, but they get double stuffed stoned.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're saying you can't put the kids will see these packs and they'll be like, I'm in.
yeah.
Dad and mom left the snacks out. But those are pretty like, I mean, it even has, it even has it's not Nabisco, but look,
Banisco.
Dabisco. A little dab.
Yep, a little dab will do, yeah.
Stoner's favorite cookie. I mean, it's funnier than hell, but
Yep.
you get some kids that see that stuff and they're like, I'm in. Mom and dad left the cookies out. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like that was pretty funny.
Ooh.
So I was like, what? Ooh, what?
Goobers came back, and all of a sudden
Goobers is
he
getting
started
stung?
climbing up my leg, and it's a very strange feeling to have rabbit claws climbing up your leg. Because in order to go up, he also nips on you, which doesn't necessarily hurt, but it is a little annoying.
I told you how to fix that.
Well,
Sandpaper on a board.
yeah, or I could stick him in his cage. I don't usually do that, but I have a cage.
Sandpaper on a board.
Yeah. All right, what else do we got?
I don't know. What else do we have? I just thought those were funny.
They were. Okay, we already talked about the scams.
Our next one is something about 7 things you probably don't know about Coca-Cola.
Ooh. There's a lot of things people don't know about Coca-Cola.
Okay.
And I bet you the number one thing, wasn't it originally made with cocaine?
I don't know. Don't know show. I mean, we'll go through the list or you
Okay,
can just
let's do that.
You can guess and we'll see which ones they are. It was originally created as an alternative to morphine.
Right?
Okay. Its name was derived from 2 key ingredients, the cola nut and the extract of the coca leaf was essentially cocaine. There
Right.
you go. So the coca leaf and the cola nut. So Coca-Cola, but
This
it's
is
like
the cola nut.
There's like cola
This
drinks,
is
like-
the uncola nut. Notice it is much larger.
You put my nuts in your mouth,
No.
but they changed it. They changed the cola K to a C.
Right.
It was a bookkeeper who did that too.
Smart man.
Did you know it was originally alcoholic?
Well, I
Because
would assume so.
Caffeine and cocaine weren't enough. Pemberton's original Coca-Cola also included a third intoxicant, alcohol.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, if you're doing it as
Nowadays, you have to order it
morphine,
like, Jack and Coke. Ha!
if you're originally developed as a coca wine.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to the new people. We just had a bunch of people join. Thank you.
Hey, cool. Hello, people.
Welcome to the show.
We're talking about things you didn't know about Coca-Cola. Its original incarnation of Coca-Cola contained 9 milligrams of cocaine per glass.
Right. Which, although not really a lot, it obviously was enough to do
9
what they wanted to
milligrams?
do. Yeah.
How much cocaine do you take?
Well,
Well, I asked.
yeah.
How much do you take?
I've never been into that stuff. So
So how much do you take if you don't think 8 milligrams is a lot or 9 milligrams?
Well,
is a lot?
I'm assuming that is mixed in with the batch of the soda, which
No,
was
per glass.
per glass. Yeah, but how big is the glass?
8 ounces.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you
1903, they
see
phased
them
it out.
snorting the stuff off of a table, that's a lot.
They dry it up, yeah. So the recipe to this day is still locked in a vault.
That would make sense.
There's only
They probably forgot the combination. That's why.
theoretically there's only 2 employees that know the secret ingredient, and they're not even allowed to travel together.
Yeah, just in case. Right. That makes sense.
And the bottle You ever where the bottle got its shape from? It was modeled after the Coca pot.
Okay. I did not know that.
Why it's not only green, but the shape.
Okay. Yeah, the original bottles had a greenish tint to them.
Yep. And
I
there
actually
was-
have one somewhere in my old collection. I just don't know where it is.
I remember when we had space shuttles
We did, yes.
on
We still do
Discovery.
technically.
On the space shuttle. Well, they don't go to space anymore. But you remember Space Shuttle Discovery? In 1995, they put a Coke dispenser on the space shuttle. That's right. They could have Coke in space.
Ooh.
That was funny. It was for one of the tests. You know how to do experiments when they're out in space?
Of course.
Yeah.
See, because ever since people came up with stories about going into space and putting new colonies in space, scientists and stuff like that have been working on making this happen, and it takes a long time. They have to keep testing stuff. So whenever they get an opportunity, they test stuff.
Yeah, and the reason that they made a fountain is because they wanted to see if you could actually mix successfully water, carbon dioxide, and syrup in space.
In zero gravity. Yep,
Pretty funny.
it is.
So those are the things that probably didn't know.
I
about
like it, Steve. I like it. You did good work. You got anything else good?
Well, do car manufacturers think you're smart or stupid?
Most of them think you're pretty stupid because they will sell you a pickup truck that cost them $20,000 to make, and they'll sell it to you for $70,000.
Yeah. And what kind of pickup truck would that be, Scott? What kind of pickup trucks did you have?
Well, I have Nissans. I like my Nissans.
Yeah, well, they think you're stupid.
Well,
Nissan
why do they
thinks
think
you're
I'm
so
stupid,
dumb.
Steve?
They think you're so dumb. They have an in-person program that helps Nissan drivers master the tech in their cars.
Oh,
They
that's
don't
really a
think
good idea.
They don't think that's because you're not smart enough to figure out how to use your car.
Actually,
Second-
that is not why.
Second delivery, a personal approach helps owners to understand many technological features in new Nissan vehicles. It says in here, it's mostly seniors that they're doing this for.
Yes, because I'll tell you something. You know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a nerd, so I've always been pretty good with computers. But cell phones baffle the shit out of me because even though they're supposed to be like, I have an Android, so it's supposed to be like my computer. It's not. Things are
That's 'cause-
different. They don't operate the same.
That's because you're an Android user. If you were a Mac user, you'd have no problem at all.
Yes. Well, I was a Mac user back in the day.
And you are a
I
senior.
had an Apple IIe.
And you are a senior, so
I are a senior. Well,
Lisa.
it all depends on where you are. Like, I'm classified as a senior Piggly Wiggly, but I'm not classified as a senior to the government for another 2.5 months.
no, you're classified as a senior. They just don't want to pay you.
Oh, I see.
If you want to get payment from the government, you got to be older.
Yeah. I want payment. Give me money.
You got to be older. But the good news is we don't have to lose weight anymore.
Yay.
World record,
There's a world record?
4,000-ton crane set a new record by lifting an 800-ton wind turbine blade into place. That's right. 4,000 tons.
Yes. That's freaking insane.
Tons, 2,000 pounds.
Right.
A lot of zeros.
That is
That's
a lot of
just the
freaking
crane.
zeros. Yes.
Then it lifted an 800-ton wind turbine. And it actually lifted it up and held the blade in place while they attached it. Check that out. Look at that. That's a world
Can you
record.
imagine how disastrous that would be if that failed?
Yeah. Well, they were way below the rating. There's no more pictures. That's not a picture. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
So if we can lift the crane up, we're good.
Uh-huh.
They wait anymore. But
Yeah, that's what you should go to the doctor and say, hey, look, I may not be able to get down to the point you wanted, but if you use this crane, it won't matter.
that's right. Well,
And you know what it'll tell you? Lose the weight, dummy.
Yeah. I want them to switch off a protein in my body called interleukin 11.
That sounds like sci-fi-ish. What does it do? What does it do? What does it do?
Maury. Floor? What was I trying to say? Store? What was I trying to say?
You are going to want to share this story.
There. Really? That's what I wanted to say?
It fits. I don't see much anything else in here.
What I know.
Or you're going to want to flush this story. That would work too. But since you had S at the beginning, I'm going with share.
So if you turn this gene off, it extends life 25%, prevents cancer and gray hair.
Too late.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
In just 25 weeks following the therapy, the animals had a lower risk of cancer and no gray hair, improved vision, and better muscle functionality. Just by turning this off. And the proof right here
is in the pudding.
No, it's in the rats that they were testing.
Oh.
Look at that. Did not receive the drug, cancer, gray hair, received the drug. Look at that, no gray hair. Same age, stronger.
We can make you stronger.
Isn't that crazy? Experts create that anti-aging. There it is. The fountain
I like
of
it.
youth. The fountain of youth.
Ute. I also was reading in a Reader's Digest article. Yes, Steve, I still read my Reader's Digest, just not on the show.
Totally don't care about sharing any of the information with us.
Apparently, there's also a way to... The reason we go bald, from male pattern baldness or any other kind of baldness, is apparently your follicles shrink to the point that the hair cannot grow. Okay? It's not that it doesn't want to grow, it just can't. So they have a potential new regimen, which I believe is a combination of drug and equipment that makes the follicles want to open up again. And it's showing huge ass promise. But I wish they had done that like 30 years ago.
Yeah, whatever. They're going to charge you a fortune for it.
Of course.
Hey, speaking of charging a fortune, have you turned the audio down on our show during the edit? I noticed I was really quiet on the last show. Now,
that's because you were sitting so far back most of the time.
No, I was in the microphone like this, and it was quiet.
See, now that's really loud.
Is that really loud?
Really loud.
All right, then maybe I'll just stay like this then.
Okay.
La, la, la.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, definitely sound like you turned the edit down.
Quick, what is that from?
Because you were quieter too. What?
Oh.
The banana splits?
There you go. See?
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
4 bananas make a bunch, and so do many more.
Yeah, a bunch.
No, it's over hill and highway. The banana buggies go.
Because 1 is 1, 2 is a couple, 3 is a threesome, or a throuple, and 4 is a bunch.
No, 5 is a bunch. 4 is just a foursome.
So do you want to see the dumbest wedding proposal I have ever seen in my life?
Definitely.
And I have seen some pretty dumb things that people have tried.
You think?
So, like what kind of proposals do you think I would think would be dumb?
Well, anything on a jumbotron, that's just dumb because, you're not only you're taking a huge ass gamble, but you're gonna, possibly piss off your girl and everybody's gonna laugh at you forever and ever and ever.
Well, you got to know your audience. I mean, if your girlfriend's a fan of the team, And that would be good. If she doesn't like public attention, then that's stupid on your part.
Exactly.
Okay, so what other type of proposals?
Uh,
Have you seen the ones where they get pulled over by the cop?
no,
Or you haven't seen those?
no.
The local cop in town pulls him over. He goes, "Sir, you're doing this. And he goes, here, let me hand you this." And he proposes after a cop pulls him
Okay,
over.
no, never saw that one.
Never saw that one?
No, no.
What other proposals do you think might be stupid?
Jumping out of an airplane and trying to get married and as you're parachuting down to earth.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
That's correct.
No, it's stupid.
What? What?
Okay, here it comes. You ready?
Sure. Now this is true love. A carjacking, smashing up the car.
Yeah, they smashed the window. They actually did. Look at the windshield. Look at the windows busted out in the back.
If I were her,
Insurance
I'd punch him in the
company's not
face.
Insurance company's not paying for that.
No. She's leaning up on the dashboard, probably crying.
Like, you guys are idiots. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I will agree.
That could traumatize somebody.
Yep.
How crazy was that?
Like I said, if she was smart, she would just punch him in the face.
Right?
And I'm not violent. You got another one?
That's crazy. I was just looking, ones where they on the boat and they drop it on the water. Food court, Times Square.
I do remember seeing a video where a guy pulled a prank on this girl. He had 2 rings. One was literally $10, right? But it looked good. He made it was like a magician. So she sort of saw it, but didn't see it and dropped it overboard.
Oh yeah, those are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any other ones,
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we got time.
We got time for the word of the week. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So this is again, I don't know why we're inventing all these new words. I mean, maybe that's how they felt when, they were coming out with, "Oh, you're such a cool cat, daddy-o," and stuff like that. But
Right.
when you tell somebody to grow up, it means act more mature, right?
Yes.
Well, what does it mean when you tell somebody to glow up?
Get lit.
No,
It goes along with your story from before. Sorry, it's all that just popped into my head.
no, it's an actual slang term to describe it's a significant transformation in physical appearance.
Okay.
So it's perceived as an improvement.
All right.
Okay.
So it's kind of like
It's a
glamour
process.
shots back in the day.
Yeah, it's the process of turning yourself into a better version of yourself.
Okay.
Become confident, attractive, and successful. And here's the worst part. It's even a show on Netflix.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Oh.
But
Now
go ahead.
I'm going to have to look it up and then block it
Why?
because it sounds stupid.
Well, the way they do it, it's more like the makeup artist thing. I don't know
Yes.
how making her look better. Cutting her
Uh,
hair.
Well, if she was in like a Mad Max movie, that would be ideal.
But how are these? How are making him look better? Hello. I mean, you saw the makeup one, right?
Yep.
Where they do the makeup and or they hide them and they in the drawings. But yeah, let's do the trailer. What the hell?
All right.
I'm looking to be inspired. I want to be so excited that I feel like crying.
Are you ready? 10 aspiring makeup artists have a chance to make it in the real world. Until just one remains to land a contract assisting the world's biggest makeup artists. Each week, they'll need to show skill, artistry, and imagination.
Ding dong, darling.
Every week, the two who least impress
I can't breathe.
will head into a face-off. The loser goes home.
I put my heart and soul into every brushstroke.
I want it. If it means that I have to send someone home, then I'm gonna have to.
Is it working? No.
Okay, interesting.
She went from Kardashian into Avatar. Ho, 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 hell no. I mean, that's just revolting.
Oh, wow.
No pressure. It's only like the biggest competition.
Honestly, I've got tears in my eyes. I'm so proud.
Really, in makeup, there is nothing new. But what there is a new hand and a new eye.
It's time to glow up.
So I'm thinking they mistitled it because glowing up, okay, I get it. But this is
Yes.
So do you glow up before you go on stage when you do your karaoke and stuff like that?
I do not. I do
You
usually dress a certain way.
You
Yeah.
wash?
But
You wash.
when I was doing live theater, obviously,
Well,
when I
but
did,
live theater, you need to do that, otherwise you wash out.
that is correct.
You can't even see
Same
your-
when I did the TV commercials. They had a makeup artist do me before I did the TV commercials. So
Right.
I never had to do any of my own stuff. The only time I do my own stuff is Santa Claus. I've been doing that for so long, I just do my own.
Right. So you glow up there.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't count costumes like, the gorilla costume and the Dr. Naughty costume because that's nothing. But
Right.
yeah, there's makeup on me when I'm doing Santa.
Cool. So I guess with that, all I have to say is thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
And please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Scott's posting stuff on a regular basis. I'm
yes,
surviving.
mostly regular anyway.
I'm surviving life. That's all I'm doing because I'm a robot. And I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy, and just it remains me.